Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1 of the Washington Commanders death penalty franchise here on JCTV. After everything that has transpired with this new franchise, new name, new owner, new coach, new front office, the wait is finally over. The rebuild begins now. So week 1, we take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. This team has had back-to-back number 1 overall picks. This team is looking to finally turn their franchise around. The Jaguars bring the 2021 number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, and Super Bowl winning coach Doug Peterson to Landover. Will Doug Peterson get his first win as Jaguars head coach, or will Thomas Davis get his first win ever as an NFL head coach? Episode 1 begins now. So the Jaguars begin episode 1 with the 1st and 10. Trevor Lawrence lines him up in a shotgun formation, hikes the ball, hands it off to Travis Etienne, goes down quickly with a solid gain of 7 yards. So the Jaguars line up for 2nd and 3. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, finds Christian Kirk, breaks a tackle, fighting forward, and finally goes down for a gain of 6 yards and a Jaguars first down. Jacksonville getting into an early rhythm on offense. Could this be a problem for the Commanders moving forward? So 2 plays later, we now have a 2nd and 10. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation, drops back to pass, looks for Etienne on the screen, completes it, gets the blocking knee, shakes a defender, gets up the field, and finally goes down. Etienne making those defenders look real foolish out there. So we pick up now with 1st and 15 after a Jaguars far start penalty. Track and shotgun. Etienne gets the handoff, but goes down quickly. Jamin Davis reads that first down run and just blows it up. So we pick up now with 2nd and 16. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass. Excellent coverage, nobody open. Runs to the right, scrambles out of the pocket, and James Smith-Williams tackles him down. The Jaguars to get to the 38-yard line for a first down. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, can't find nobody open, steps up in the pocket, decides to take it himself, and slides, but short for a first down. The Commanders force a 4th and 3. The Jaguars line up at the 42-yard line for the field goal. The ball is snapped, the kick is up, and it's short. It's no good. Crosby has to kick that ball from nearly midfield, and the Commanders hold off the Jaguars offense and leave points on the board, and the score remains 0-0. So after that stop, here comes the Washington Commanders offense entering the game for the very first time. Sam Howell lines up in an I formation for 1st and 10. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, fights forward, and down for a solid gain of 8 yards. The Commanders just need 2 yards to convert for a first down. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, hits hit in the backfield, but fights forward and gets those yards. Commanders in a 5-wide set for 1st and 10. Sam Howell drops back to pass, finds Kelvin Harmon over the middle, and gets a solid gain of 7 yards. The Commanders only need inches to go to convert for a first down. Sam Howell hikes the ball, hands it off to Brian Robinson, and he converts and gets the first down and more. Can the Commanders open this game with a first possession touchdown? Let's find out. The Commanders come out in the shotgun formation for 1st and 10. Sam Howell drops back to pass, looking for Kalen Ballage on the screen, and Evans and Griffin reads that play perfectly and blows it up. Griffin's veteran presence came in on that play and read that play from the very beginning. So here we are now, 2nd and 14. Sam Howell in shotgun drops back to pass, finds Cole Turner wide open, and goes down quickly for a solid gain. So here we are, 3rd and 5. Need to get to the 15-yard line. Fakes the handoff, looking to the left, finds De'Ami Brown, converts the first down. The Commanders are now inside the 20-yard line. Can they punch this ball in for a score? So we now pick up on a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Kalen Ballage gets the handoff, guys forward, breaks the tackle, and finally goes down for a solid gain of 5 yards. So here we are now, 2nd and 5. The Commanders are inside the 10-yard line. Sam Howell drops back to pass, looks to scramble up, fumbles the ball, and Devin Lloyd recovers it. He breaks a tackle and down. And the Jaguars take over at the 9-yard line. Sam Howell's inexperience comes at the absolute wrong time as he fumbles the ball and the Jaguars recover 1st and 10. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass, runs to the right, finds James Robinson out of bounds for a gain of 4 yards. Very next play, we have 2nd and 6. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, finds Zay Jones, but short for the first. Jacksonville only need 1 yard for a first down. Trevor Lawrence snaps the ball, hands it to James Robinson. He gets the first, but Derek Forrest gets there quickly for a short gain. Derek Forrest was right there on that play, but just couldn't get there quick enough. And that will be the final play of the first quarter, where we have a score of 0-0. Second quarter coming up next. The Jaguars begin the second quarter with a 1st and 10. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass, looking for Zay Jones, finds a wide open but goes down, but he gets past the first down marker. Trevor Lawrence finds Zay Jones wide open. Jacksonville in a 5-wide set for 1st and 10. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, all day to throw the ball, finds Marvin Jones, gets the first down and more. This Jacksonville offense is clicking on all cylinders. The Commanders have no answer for this passing game. So after a Jacksonville incomplete pass, we now have a 2nd and 10. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, finds Zay Jones wide open, sprints up the field, hit down for a big gain of 23 yards, and Jacksonville gets a new set of downs. Doug Peterson got this Jacksonville offense cooking. Jacksonville now in the red zone for first down. James Robinson gets the handoff, cuts to the left, big hole up the middle, and down for a big gain. And Jacksonville now has a 1st and goal, either on the ground or through the air. This Commanders defense can't stop nothing. Jacksonville only needs 9 yards to score. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, looking for Zay Jones, and completes it in the back of the end zone. Touchdown Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence finds Zay Jones in the back of the end zone for this game's first score. Trevor Lawrence caps off a damn near perfect offensive possession with a 9-yard touchdown pass to Zay Jones, and Jacksonville is now on the board. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, but gets stopped in the backfield for a loss of yards. Commanders in a single back set for 2nd and 11. Sam Howell fakes the handoff, looking for Brian Robinson to the left, completes and tries to break a tackle, but gets hit out of bounds. Washington only needs 4 yards for a first down. Caleb Ballard gets the handoff, gets hit behind the line, but fights forward for a gain of 5 and a Washington first down. Washington ground game is having a little bit of success so far. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going. So here we are, 1st and 10. Sam Howell fakes the handoff, hits the RPO to De'Ami Brown. Nothing but space in front of him. Hit down for a gain of 8 yards. Solid RPO by Washington. Excellent play call by the offensive coordinator. He knew Jacksonville would be expecting a run on that play, but hits him with an RPO to surprise him and caught this Jacksonville defense completely off guard. The Commanders only need 2 yards for a first down. Sam Howell lines him up in a single back formation. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, breaks the tackle, but does not convert for the first down. The rookie Devin Lloyd was all over that play. The run game was working good on that drive, but they could not convert for the first down when they needed it the most. After the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Jacksonville in a shotgun formation. ETN gets the handoff, excellent block up the field, but down for a gain of 4 yards. Jacksonville in a bunch formation for 2nd and 6. Lawrence back to pass, flips to the left, finds Marvin Jones, and gets knocked out of bounds. And Jacksonville converts another first down. Jacksonville in a 5-wide set for 1st and 10. Trevor Lawrence looking like the second coming of Joe Montana. Scrambles up the field, can't find nobody open, and slides for a gain of 4. 2 plays later, we now pick up at 3rd and 1. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass, looks for a quick pass to Everett Ingram. He catches it and converts another first down. This defense is completely struggling right now. So now we pick up at 1st and 10. Jacksonville in a shotgun formation. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, runs to the right, finds Christian Kirk wide open. He cuts up the field, and he's down, but not before a big gain of 32 yards, which puts Jacksonville in the red zone. Jacksonville just torching his Commanders secondary as they look to get points before halftime. Jacksonville in the red zone for 1st and 10 in a single back formation. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass, look to the right, and it's intercepted. Benjamin St. Juste gives the Commanders' first turnover of this game. After getting torched this whole game, the Commanders' defense needed a break, and Benjamin St. Juste gave them that with that interception. And now the Commanders will take over 1st and 10 as they look to get points and get back in this game. Coach Thomas Davis here on the sideline, giving Sam Howell the vote of confidence he surely needs. So after the Jacksonville takeover, Washington take over 1st and 10, and behind their 8-yard line, Brian Robinson gets the handoff, excellent block up the field, gets the first down and more, but not after a big gain of 20 yards, and give this Commanders offense a much-needed breathing room. Brian Robinson Jr. tells his defense, hey, you can make plays, I can too, and hits Jacksonville for 20 big ones. Let's see if they can keep this positive momentum going. After that big Brian Robinson run, we now have a 1st and 10. Sam Howell lines up under center, and Robinson gets the handoff, cuts to the left, breaks the tackle, and goes down, but not after a solid gain of 7 yards. So after an incomplete pass, we now have a 3rd and 3 in a shotgun formation. Howell back to pass, finds Kelvin Harmon over the middle, breaks a tackle, and he's down, and now gets in Jacksonville territory, and the Commanders call another timeout. So after the timeout, we now have a 1st and 10. Sam Howell in shotgun back to pass and goes down quickly for the sack. Josh Allen just comes blazing off the edge and just completely creams Sam Howell. And the Commanders call a timeout. This will be their final timeout of the half. Sam Howell in shotgun for 2nd and 18. Fakes the handoff back to pass. Looking for Harmon again. He completes it again and goes down. Washington's got to run up the field to spike the ball quickly to try to get points, and they can't make it. That Kelvin Harmon completion will be the final play of the first half, and we now go into halftime with the score: Jacksonville 7, Washington 0. Stick around for the second half on JCTV. So we return from halftime. The Commanders have the ball at the 25-yard line. Sam Howell takes the snap. Robinson gets the handoff, but goes down quickly for a minimum gain. So here we are. Washington lines up for 2nd and 10. Sam Howell in a single back formation, fakes the handoff, slides to the left, looking for Cole Turner, wide open, cuts up the field, and gets knocked out of bounds for a big gain of 26 yards and a Commanders first down. Sam Howell begins the second half with a beautiful pass, finds Cole Turner wide open, and gives this Commanders offense some much needed momentum. Let's see if they can come back and tie this game. So here we are, 1st and 10. The Commanders line up in a single back formation. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, cuts up the middle of the field, gets a big gain, and finally goes down for a gain of 10 yards and gives the Commanders a new set of downs. Brian Robinson also looking good so far, picking up right where he left off from the second quarter. They got this Jacksonville defense on their heels right now. So 2 plays later, we pick up on a 2nd and 8. Commanders in a shotgun formation. Howell fakes the handoff, looking to pass to Cam Sims, and it's intercepted. The former Commander Bobber McCain comes up with the interception. Bobber McCain comes up with a clutch interception for Jacksonville and kills this Washington momentum. Sam Howell makes a costly mistake and overthrows Cam Sims and gives Jacksonville the opportunity to extend their lead. So we pick up on the Jacksonville possession on the 2nd and 9. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass, looking over the middle, finds Everett Ingram for a solid gain of 6 yards. Jacksonville in a full wide set for 3rd down. They only need 3 yards to convert. Jacksonville back to pass, finds Christian Kirk, catches the ball, head down for a solid gain of 13 yards, and gives Jacksonville a new set of downs. This passing game has been on point all game long. Got this defense looking like some fools out there. This defense got Trevor Lawrence looking like a Hall of Famer. So after that big pass, we now have a 1st and 10. Jacksonville in a shotgun formation. Trevor Lawrence got back to pass, can't find nobody open, just scrambles up the field. Now looking like Michael Vick out there, and he's down for another big game and give Jacksonville another first down. They are now in Commander territory. This defense has no answer for Trevor Lawrence so far, either on the ground or through the air. He is tearing this defense apart. So after that big scramble, we now have a 1st and 10. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, runs to the right, and goes down for the sack. Washington gets his first sack of the season. James Smith-Williams comes off the edge, completely sheds that block, and gets the Commanders defense a much-needed play. Hopefully they can build off that momentum. Very next play, we have a 2nd and 17. Trevor Lawrence stops back to pass, surveying the field, runs out of the pocket, runs to the left. Excellent block up the field, runs forward, and down for a gain of 8 yards. Jacksonville needs to get to the 35-yard line for a first down. Trevor Lawrence dropped back the pass. He's surveying the field, gets all the protection in the world, finds Zay Jones wide open, and he's down at the 10-yard line, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 plays later, we now have a 2nd and 5. Jacksonville in the goal line formation. James Robinson gets the handoff, and he's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson hits the end zone with a 5-yard run, and Jacksonville extends their lead. Jacksonville takes advantage of the Sam Howell interception and just marches Commander defense down the field to extend this lead to 14 points. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Commanders in a weak eye formation. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, breaks the tackle, but goes down quickly for a gain of 3 yards. So now we pick up on 3rd and 2 after a Jacksonville penalty. Sam Howell drops back the pass, looking for Cole Turner to the right, completes it, and down quickly after a gain of 11 yards and a Commander first down. Sam Howell hits the security blanket Cole Turner for a crucial first down. Very next play, we have a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, but gets hit in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards. Jacksonville saw the run coming and just blew that play up. Very next play, we have a 2nd and 12. Commanders in a shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, back to pass, looking for Kelvin Harmon, and it's intercepted.
What is this, amateur hour?
Trey Herndon gets the interception. Trey Herndon gets the opportunity to give Jacksonville a 3-touchdown lead and put this game way out of reach. Washington just can't get anything going right now. The moment they get a little bit of momentum, they get in their own way, and Jacksonville capitalizes. So after the turnover, Jacksonville lines up in a shotgun formation for 1st and 10. Trevor Lawrence drops back the pass. Excellent coverage by Washington. Nobody's open. Throws it up for Evan Ingram, but he catches it out of bounds. So after another incomplete pass, we now have a 3rd and 10. Trevor Lawrence drops back the pass, steps up in the pocket, tries to scramble, and Fidarian Mathis catches him. Trevor Lawrence tries to embrace his inner Michael Vick, and Fidarian Mathis was having none of it, and now we have a 4th and 10. So now we have a 4th and 10. Jacksonville tries for a long field goal. The ball to stack. The kick is up, and it's short. It's no good. Jacksonville tries for a long field goal to extend their lead, but their kicker does not have enough leg. And now Washington takes over at the 48-yard line. So Washington has possession, 1st and 10 in a single back formation. Sam Howell fakes the handoff, looking for Kansas over the middle, completes it, and down for a gain of 16 yards and a Commander's first down. And this finally be the drive Washington puts points on the board and get back in this game. Even though Washington has not done much all game long, they are not that far out of this game. So we pick up the first play of the 4th quarter in a single back formation. Robinson gets the handoff, but goes nowhere and gets a loss of 2 yards. Jacksonville's run defense is looking impeccable. Very next play, we have a 2nd and 12. Washington in a 5-wide set. Sam Howell drops back to pass, finds Kelvin Harmon over the middle, completes it, and down for a gain of 9 yards. Washington only needs 3 yards for a first down. Sam Howell back to pass, finds Kelvin Harmon in a slant route over the middle again, and down for a big gain, and Washington gets a new set of downs. Washington in the shotgun formation for 1st and 10. Caleb Ballage gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and goes down for a gain of 5 yards. Good hard running. 2 plays later, we now have a 3rd and 5. Washington in the shotgun formation. Sam Howell drops back the pass, looking over the middle, finds Kelvin Harmon again for a gain of 11 yards, and Washington has a first down at the 1-yard line. Kelvin Harmon has been clutch on this possession, big catch after big catch, and now puts Washington in position to score. Washington lines up 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Caleb Ballage gets the handoff. Everson Griffin blows that run play up, and that's a loss of 3 yards. Very next play, we have a 2nd and 4. Sam Howell in a shotgun formation, hands it off to Caleb Ballage, and he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Caleb Ballage runs it in from 4 yards out and gets Washington's first touchdown of the season, and they are now only down 7. The Commanders finally sustain a long drive and now beat themselves up, and they punched this in from 4 yards out, and they are now down 7 points. Let's see if they can make this comeback. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10 in a single back formation. James Robinson gets the handoff, excellent blocking up the field, big game, and goes down. James Robinson gashes this defense for 24 big ones. Jacksonville in a single back formation for 1st and 10. James Robinson gets the handoff, excellent blocking up the field again, and goes down for another gain of 7 yards. Very next play, we have a 2nd and 3. James Robinson gets the handoff to the left, a big hole up the field, and down for another big gain. It looks like Jacksonville's riding the James Robinson train to the promised land. So after an incomplete pass, we now have a 2nd and 10 in a single back formation. James Robinson gets the handoff, another big gain up the field, and he goes down. Adds 13 more yards to his total, and is just eating this defense for breakfast. After another incomplete pass, we now have a 2nd and 10. Jacksonville in shotgun, Lawrence back to pass, finds Evan Ingram wide open for the touchdown. That offensive drive could not have gone any better for Jacksonville as they reclaim their 14-point lead. Jacksonville rolled the back of James Robinson on that possession, and they cap it off with an Evan Ingram touchdown. Jacksonville is looking like they're about to pull away with this one. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, and Everson Griffin just blows that play up for a loss of 2 yards. This Jacksonville defense has hardly given up anything. Very next play, we now have a 2nd and 12. Washington in a strong I formation. Sam Howell fakes the handoff, runs to the right, looking for De'Ami Brown, and completes it, and down for a big gain of 17 yards, and a Commanders 1st down. It was starting to look like Washington was going to dig themselves back into another hole, but De'Ami Brown said he ain't having none of that and got them right out of it. Washington needs to score quickly if they want any chance of a comeback. 2 plays later, we now have a 2nd and 11. Sam Howell runs the RPO, hits De'Ami Brown wide open, sprints up the field, and goes down for a solid gain of 8 yards, which gives them a 3rd and 3. Sam Howell executes that RPO perfectly and gives Washington an opportunity to convert this 1st down. Washington needs to get to the 39-yard line for a 1st down. Caleb Ballage gets the handoff, gets the 1st down and more, and finally goes down, which brings us to the 2-minute warning. Sam Howell lines up in a shotgun formation for 1st and 10, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, and gets sacked. D4 just comes blazing off the edge and knocks Washington back 7 yards. Washington needs to get to about the Jacksonville 35-yard line for a 1st down, fakes the handoff, back to pass, and gets sacked. Forsythe Aluluku comes blazing up the middle of the field and gets a sack for a loss of 9 yards, which pretty much makes a 4th down conversion insurmountable. So here we are, 4th and 26. It's now or never for Washington. Sam Howell back to pass, just throws it up deep to Cam Sims, and it's incomplete. And Jacksonville will take over at the Washington 38-yard line. That incomplete pass just seals up this victory for Jacksonville. So Jacksonville lines up 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. ETN gets the handoff, big hole up the field, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and will go all the way. Touchdown Jacksonville. Travis Etienne just puts the nail in the coffin and puts this game all the way on ice. That final run is just a microcosm of what this game has been for Washington. They could not get anything going or couldn't stop anyone. And that will be the end of this game. Washington completely lays an egg in front of their home crowd, and they end this game with the score of Jacksonville 28, Washington 7. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1 of the Washington Commanders Death Penalty franchise. Next episode, we travel on the road to Ford Field where we face the Detroit Lions. Thank you for tuning in to JCTV. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in episode 2. Salute.
JHC Beats.